Now we are going to construct epicycloid. The epicycloid is the curve traced by a point which is resting on a circle which rolls over another circle without slipping. Now the circle on which the point is resting is called generating circle. The circle on which the generating circle rolls is called rolling circle. Here in this problem, let us consider the generating circle diameter 60 mm and radius equal to 30 mm. The rolling circle diameter is 180 mm and radius equal to 90 mm. Now initially let us consider the rolling circle with radius of 90 mm. So here the rolling circle radius of 90 mm I am just taking. I have fixed 90 mm radius for the rolling circle. With this as center, I can construct one arc for 120 degrees. From the center line, this side 60 degree and this side 60 degree I have taken. So totally 120 degree. Now the generating circle radius is 30 mm. So I am just taking 30 mm radius for our generating circle. To find the center of the generating circle, you can just mark one point like this from this center. Now from this center you can start constructing your generating circle. This is the generating circle. This circle rolls over this larger circle called rolling circle, whose diameter is 90 mm. Now we can divide this circle into some number of equal parts. For example, we can divide this circle into 8 number of equal parts. That means here we can divide this circle or make this minute parallel to this radial line, and then you can draw another perpendicular line using another limb. So the circle is divided into 4 equal parts. Now we have to divide this into another 2 parts, totally it has to be divided into 8 parts. So now we can use this protractor to divide this circle and mark 45 degrees and then you can just join. This is one way of doing it. Otherwise there is one more, without the protractor also we can just do this one. For example, this is the radius we have taken. With this same radius, from this center you draw one arc here, and then from this center you can draw another arc to cut the previously drawn arc. Now it cuts at this point, so we can join this and this. This is also 90 degree because this included angle is 90 degree. We have bisected this angle. Here the point P is there, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, and this is going to be your 8. Now we have divided this circle into 8 equal parts. We say this is the center C. Now the center C has to be transferred up to this 120 degrees. That means all these radial lines as well as the center we can transfer through with respect to this center. So the center point we can just transfer. Now this line has to be divided into 8 equal parts. One thing is, we can divide this using a protractor because we have considered this angle is 120 degrees. So each 15 degrees we can just mark, so that this will be divided into 8 equal parts. One way is, we can just divide this into that means 15 degrees each. So this is 115 degree and this is 1. Likewise you can just mark. This is one way, so that you can divide this into 8 equal parts. Of course this degree is equal to divide by 120 or 8 divisions, hence it's possible. Otherwise there is one more method we can follow. You can take any radius from this and then draw this small arc. Then from this point we can mark one arc here, and from this point you can draw cutting this arc. Similarly on the other side we can just divide this without change. Once if we draw the radius will not be changed. Now this can be divided into 4 parts. That means this will be divided this way and this can be divided in this way. Now each sector we can divide into again bisect this arc using the same radius. We have taken the same radius only, we have not changed the radius. So from this point we can draw one arc, and then from this point we can draw another arc. Similarly on this other side, so that we can divide this sectors into another 2 divisions each, so that it will be getting 8 divisions in this line. The center line we have just marked, so this is going to be the center C1, this is going to be your center C2, this is C3, this is C4, and this is C5, this is C6, this is C7, and this is C8. Now we can transfer all other divisions by drawing an arc with this rolling circle center as the center. Now I am just connecting this 1 and 7. So 1 and 7 can be drawn like this on an arc, and then 2 and 6 be coinciding. So 2 and 6 also you can just join. This will be coming little above than your center radius or center sector. And the next is 3 and 5. You can just transfer by one arc, and then for 4 we can transfer another arc. Now through all the points we have just drawn an arc. Now we can fix the radius of center to P distance. From this center to P we can take this radius. Now we can fix the compass needle at C1 and cut the line or arc passing through 1. It is cutting at this point. This is called your P1. Similarly from center C2 you cut the line passing through 2. So it is cutting at this point. So it is P2. From this center C3 we can cut the arc passing through over 3, so it is going to be your P3. P4 is this is your P4. P5 with this center C5, and then here also we can cut and here also we can cut, but we have to cut on this side because this is the distance, the same distance you have to maintain here, so it is going to be your P5. And then from this 6, and then you have to cut this line at passing through 6, it is going to be your 6, P6. And then from 7 you can draw an arc passing through this C, passing through the line 7, it is called your P7. Of course P8 is going to be here. Now we can just draw a smooth curve passing through all these points. For example, here the curve will be coming flat, and then here it has to be coming somewhat deep. So you have to just keep your pencil ahead, and then you can just, it is coming like this, and then it is coming like this. So the curve you can just draw like this. Now we have drawn the epicycloid. Now you have to draw tangent and normal to this curve. This angle I just marked, it is 120 degrees, and this distance, radius of your larger rolling circle radius is 90 mm. And then this circle radius or this diameter or radius is 30 mm. Now through any point we can draw the tangent and normal to this curve. Suppose here if I locate some point P through which I want to draw a tangent and normal, it is coming between P2 as well as P3. Now this CP as your radius, from the given point you have to find the center. So we can cut here as well as here, but we have to necessarily cut here because the center should come necessarily between C2 as well as C3, because this point is coming from P2 as well as P3. So from this point you can just connect the radius or center Now it is cutting the base at this point. So this point and this you can just join and extend it. It is going to be your normal. Now for this line, if you want to draw a perpendicular line, that is called your tangent. You just keep it minute after a limb parallel to this and then tighten your knob and then bring this against P and then draw a straight line to represent your tangent. This is how the epicycloid has to be drawn. Okay, thank you.